Faceless YouTube channels are making over $10,000 a month with extremely simple YouTube shorts. In fact, you can create 1,000 of them in just 10 minutes for free. In this video, I will show you how you can use ChatGPT and Canva to do the same so you can start your own Faceless YouTube channel today and get monetized tomorrow. And here's the best part. I found a saturation-proof method that allows you to create these shorts literally in any niche you can imagine. Fitness, finance, dropshipping, productivity, and more. Let's jump in because now is the best time to start, even if you failed before. And if you've been following me for some time, you know that I made a similar video in the past, but the niche that I created these videos in is already too saturated. So I found something way different that can be applied to any niche you can imagine. And it's even easier than these videos before, so let me show you how to do it. So this is what we'll be recreating today, and as you can see, these are very easy and are generating a lot of views on a daily basis. So this is the whole video. It's very easy to make. You can see that there is a prompt here, there is title, there is also a logo. So this is what we'll do, but we'll improve it a little bit so it's more engaging and it will work on YouTube as well. So obviously the first tool will be ChatGPT because we need to create our prompts. And as I mentioned, these prompts can work in any niche you can imagine. And here is a universal prompt you can use. Create me 50 prompts in the same style as the example below and format them in a table where one column is prompt number, titled, topic, and then prompt. Example, topic, prompt number 1. And column 2 is the actual prompt. Avoid repeating any prompts. Each prompt should be clear, practical, and powerful enough to help someone achieve desired result in niche. Keep the language simple under 7th grade reading level. And here is the example. So you can add an example here, but you don't have to. You can just find a random prompt online and then just paste it here. And this is how to use. You just replace topics. So for example, fitness, YouTube, productivity, confidence, etc. These are results. For example, gain muscle, grow a channel, double focus, etc. And then sample prompt. Well, basically, you just create a prompt that matches your style. So to make it work in my niche, we can just remove the whole prompt and add it here. So this is what we have. Create me 50 prompts at the same style. And we have a title band prompt. And we have example band prompt number 1. And column 2 is the actual prompt. Here we have the end result, help someone make money with AI, keep language simple, and here is the example. So now we just simply hit enter and then we'll see what we'll get. So in a matter of seconds, we see that we have our prompt ready. So I have band prompt number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's very easy to create. And right now we have 50 prompts ready. And this is literally all you need for the first step. So now the next step is Canva. So we head over to Canva, we hit create, and here you write shorts, then you simply hit YouTube shorts here, and this is the project that you will see. So we can change the name, for example, to shorts, and this will be your template. Now the next important step is to mark where you can actually add any details, because when you post it on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, you need to know where you shouldn't post any content. So this is the guide that I created for myself. Of course, on the side you have likes, comments, stuff like that, and below there is an area where you cannot really see things. So this is what we want to do first. We add this guideline. So in this case, well, we don't have any problems anymore with content that is not visible. Now the next step is to take a screenshot from your phone where you're just writing the prompt but you don't send it, and then we will try to recreate the same style here. So we stretch it a little bit more so it looks something like that. And now it's really up to you. You would like to keep all the details, but let me just crop it a little bit. Double click on an image and then you can crop it freely. You can keep the details or you can just remove them. It's really up to you. If you want to keep them, you can do it like so. And now we can just adjust the length a little bit. Now we need to change the background color. So we just hit here on a color, pick a color, and now we can just pick a color from here. So now it looks okay. Now the next thing is that we need to recreate this part so we can actually add some text here. So we go to elements and here we have this box with rounded corner. So we just pick it. Now we need to place it properly, so we can do it like that. We can change the opacity, for example, to 50, so we can see it a little bit more. And now we just stretch it like so. Now we just need to place it properly. We can just create it in this way. Now again, we need to change the color. So again, we do the same thing. We pick a color and then we pick this color. So now after this step, you should have something like that when you change the opacity to 100. We have this box here. So now you can write your prompt here. If you would like to keep those icons, you can do two things. So first, of course, you can just copy it, crop it, and then just keep icons. like so. But as I mentioned, you don't need these icons. You can just remove them and forget about them completely. But if you want to make it look like it's actually ChatGPT, you can keep them like so. This is first step. Now we need to add text. So we pick text, we add heading, but we'll be changing the size, of course. So for the text here, we can change the size to 30. We can keep Canva sans. And now we need to position it properly so it is visible. And we just stretch it like we don't make it bold, and then we align it to the left, and this is what we'll be able to see. And this is the final result. So here you will have your prompt, and this part is ready. So we have our ChatGPT, and now the next part will be these icons of ChatGPT on top. So now what we can do, we can just take the same image, just place it like so, and crop it again. So we just want to have these icons right now. And I know it takes a little bit of time, but it takes it just now. When you create it later from the template, it will be much faster because you don't need to do anything anymore. So now you can just, replace it with ChatGPT, whatever, but this already looks solid. So here we have our prompt, here we have our icons. So now we can add a title. You simply click on add a heading, and then when we have a heading, we change the size to, for example, something like 54, something like that. We put it just like here, and then we add a title. You can even write something like ban prompt number 1. So this is what you will have. If you think that it's too big, you can change the size even to something like 50. In my opinion, it looks good enough, so I will leave it like so. And now it's time to add our logo or add our video. So for that case, you go to elements and then you pick this element here. You can find it in frames here. So you pick this circle, you make it as big or as small as you want, you put it inside, and now you can add your footage here. So it might be image, it might be video, it's really up to you. In this case, I want to make it a little more interesting, so let's pick, let's for example pick this footage. We just drag and drop it inside, and we just change the sizing a little bit so it looks a little bit more aligned. We have the face, we can just put it in the middle, and then we have our video here. So this is what it looks like. Now we just need to change the length of a video, let's say for example to 5 seconds. So we have 5 seconds right now, we just drag it into the beginning, and then we do the same with the whole video. So we go with 5 seconds, right? Now let's see what it looks like so far. So we have a girl, she is smiling. Okay, we need to adjust the length a little bit, but other than that, it looks all right. Let me stretch this a little bit so it looks aligned. Now again, let's change the position a little bit because she's smiling like that. And then we have our initial part ready. Now it's important that here you can just put, for example, the face of your channel. If you have AI generated content, it might be face of the creator that you have. It might be a photo as well. So for example, if you would like to just use photo, let me duplicate this scene here. And now instead of just using this girl here, we remove it and we add a photo. So here we have this guy, we just add it inside. Now again, we can change the positioning a little bit more so it's perfectly aligned. We can even change the size, but this is all right. Now, when you have it, it's not really that visible. So what we can do, we can add the stroke. So let's say we pick 3, and then we change the color of a stroke to white. So this is what you have. If you have a picture with a colorful background and the background is not black, you don't need to really add it. But if you have black background, in my opinion, it looks better if you do something like that. And if you'd like to animate it, you can also do so. So you hit animate here, and then you can just pick something like, for example, rotation. This is interesting. You can pick also flicker. I would say this is good. Pulse, in my opinion, is not that great, but also can work for some industries. And also wiggle. I would say wiggle is not that great. In many cases, I would just pick flicker or rotate, so people are seeing that something is happening. So let's just pick flicker in this case. Here we have our template, but for this example, let me just keep one template, right? So I will remove this one completely. We have 5 seconds and our template is ready. Now let me just add a watermark. So here we have a watermark. Here you mention handle of your channel. You place it in the middle. And then we can also change the size, let's say to 20, and we can change the opacity so it's not that visible, but everyone knows that is your content, to let's say something like 30, something like that. In this case, people can see your handle, but it's not taking their attention away from the content. You can place it either here or here. It's really up to you. So let's just keep it here. And here we have our template. Now, before we connect our data, let me add some animations so it looks a little more interesting. So we pick animation, and then we can pick something like, for example, burst, maybe not. Maybe something like that would actually look nice. Okay, so clarify was one effect that I will use. And there are also other, like for example, blur is also nice, but we pick it on enter only, and then we can change the speed to make it very, very slow. So again, it looks something like that. And now the same we can do with prompt. So we hit animate, but in this case, I would pick something different. I would pick typewriter. We pick character or word. It really depends. You can pick it that the whole word will appearing or there's a character. You pick on enter, and then also you can slow it down. The reason why we do it is that people will need to spend more time to read it whole. And this is what we want, because in this way we will get high retention, and then they will need to take a screenshot to have a whole prompt. So then you'll be waiting for the last second to see your prompt. And in this case, you will get high retention and you will grow easily on YouTube. So we are nearly ready. Let me check. We animated this part. Here we have a video. So a lot of things will already happen in this project. So now we can just connect our data. So all you have to do, you head over to apps. Here you write bulk, and here you have this option, bulk create. You hit this one, and now we can just connect our data. So we enter data manually. I already do it, but you head over to your prompts. You copy all of them. You simply come back here. You just use Ctrl V. And then you have your prompts here. So here you have a prompt, so you can just change the name to band prompt number. And here we can also change the name from email to prompt. So now we know what table contains what. Now we click done. Now it's time to connect everything together. So we click on this one, right click, connect data, and we pick one prompt number. Now the same with prompt. So we click right click, connect data, prompt. And here we go. Now we just click continue, and we see all prompts ready. Now all you have to do is to click generate 50 designs. That's pretty much it. As you can see, here we have our notification. It's ready, view in folder, and here is our final result. Of course, make sure to remove this guideline so you don't have it in a final video, and it looks like that. In my opinion, it looks really nice, and here is an example. So as you can see, it's going quite quickly, but it's gonna be completely enough, because as you can see, we have the animation. In the final second, they can see the final word. So if they want to screenshot it, they will try to screenshot it by the end of a video, which will work very well for retention, because some people will try to screenshot it, and it will mean that they will start watching this video again. So chances are that you will get around 100 or 110% of retention, which is great for YouTube. So this is one of the easiest way how you can create this prompts, and you can create this in literally any niche you can imagine. And here I have a few templates to show you that it is possible. So here we have the one prompt that I was using for a let's say AI generated channel that is obvious. Here I have something different that I also showcased you before. Here I have something for fitness, for example, right? So I have this girl, we have a prompt as well, and here is the video. So as you can see, here is the video. There is a lot of going on. So we have this woman, we have this animation, and again, people need to wait to see the whole prompt, so they cannot just see it immediately. So retention will be good if they want to keep the prompt. And here we have the next example. So we have a girl smiling, and now we have dropshipping prompt, because as you know, dropshipping is very strong niche and is highly paying on YouTube. So here we have the whole video again. Here is smiling, we have a prompt that is appearing, and we also have a title here. So as you can see, we have this girl smiling, we have title animation, text animation, and if people want to see the whole prompt, they will need to watch the whole video. And here we have one more example. This one is in a productivity niche. As you can see, we have a whole prompt, we have the woman that is smiling. So they are very easy to make, and they can be very lucrative. The whole point about YouTube Shorts and AI generated content is volume. So you need to have a lot of them, and now you can create a content for a whole month in a matter of minutes. And you can even turn this idea into long form content if you just show people something like that. So you write the prompt and then you show them the result. And you know, these videos can be like, for example, between 2 to 10 minutes long. You just write this prompt, you record your screen when ChatGPT is giving you answers. And then for many people it will be actually useful, but they will see the whole process and they will start using it in the same way. So if you're very creative, you can create shorts and long form content just from this one idea. just on one channel. So this idea is great for all of the channels. It doesn't really matter what is your niche. It might be AI, it might be make money online, it might be drop shipping, it might be anything in between. But if you have a good idea, for example, fitness or finance, then you can make it work. So make sure to check it out. And if you found it useful, make sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment, and let me know what you would like to see next. And of course, if you would like to discover the latest AI tools, you would like to learn how to generate images, videos, and how to monetize AI fast, make sure to watch the video that you can see on the screen right now. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.